There's no technical difficulties here. Hey, everybody, we are recording right now. Let me elevate my friends. I'm going to be promoting Greg. Greg, hold on. Greg is going to be elevated. So is Doug Wellens. In a minute here, watch, you guys will see. There's Greg. Greg, I can see you from the neck down. Hey, I'm unmuting you, Doug. Hey, Greg. All I can see is Greg's chin.
Right?
Doug, is that Greg's chin right there?
That is Greg's chin right there. Yes. Greg, buddy, come on. I got to move this screen over to the center here so I can. Oh, there we go. Yeah, baby. GG. A little higher, buddy. A little higher. We only have your forehead. Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Woohoo!
It's been way too long. It's been way too long, my friend. Oh, Greg shut his. There he is. You know, I want to welcome everybody today. This is the very first of our Wednesday afternoons. Every Wednesday we're going to come together. That's the plan. It is Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. It's 4 p.m. Eastern, so you can plan on coming together with us. We have a small handful of people here today, and I hope you brought some questions. There's Derek. Hey, Derek. Gary's here. Jake's here. Mark, Monica, everybody showing up here today. The goal here on Wednesday afternoons is to just have an informal get-together and to get some questions answered. Maybe you're brand new. Maybe you're considering joining our community. This is a place where you can come and you can meet the founders. Joining me here today is Greg and Doug. Three guys founded this company. Chad isn't here today. But Doug and Greg are the primary drivers behind the scenes here. And Greg I've known for well over 20 years. Greg is a traffic, he's a traffic acquisition manager. Greg left he's gone now, Doug. I see Greg just went somewhere. But Greg is a guy that I've known for over 20 years. He is a premier traffic aggregator. The guy knows his stuff. He was generating and creating a lead generation business before the internet was available to the general public. He was doing all kinds of different things. I've known him for a long time. Same thing with Doug Wellens. I met Doug over a decade ago, maybe about 10 years ago. And a little more, actually, Doug. And Doug is a guy that personal development guy. Also someone who comes with an extensive background in network marketing. I think you were a New Skin guy or some company. What company was that you were involved with? Was it New Skin?
No, Liberty League.
No, I know you from Liberty League.
Oh, yeah, New Skin's yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, your Liberty League is where we met. That was our rodeo, our first rodeo together.
Yeah, right.
Here's Greg. Let me see if I can. Greg, I'm promoting you to the panelist again. Greg's coming back. And so as most of you guys know already, Traffic Authority's been around for several years. The company launched a couple of years ago. Prior to that, it was the Infinite Leverage System, ILS. And, we've come through some stuff, and there's a lot of new stuff on the horizon. As you guys know, we've introduced a new bonus plan. There's a bonus bucks program. And so the goal here today is to get any questions that you may have about that program answered. Maybe you're new. Maybe you're considering, as I said, you're considering this as your opportunity, your option to, get out of the rat race. And you have a question, this is a great place to bring your question. So that's what this forum is about. In order for you to get out here and ask a question, all you've got to do is raise your hand. Okay, now I see somebody here has their hand raised. Let's see who this is. Derek does. Hey, Derek. So what we're going to do is we'll just get started with Derek. You guys know Derek. He's the Coffee Cup Geek. I'm going to unmute you, Greg. Coffee Cup Geek, and he has the first person. So what happens now, Derek, I'm going to bring you out. I'm going to promote you to panelist, which means we're going to be able to see you. So make sure you have your shirt on.
You're killing me, Smalls.
It was a true story. I did a webinar not long ago. It was a nighttime webinar. Woo. And this guy was coming in on his cell phone, right? And he had the cell phone. You could see the fan. He's moving around. And suddenly he puts it on. The guy's got no shirt on. He's in Florida. I'm like, there he is. Derek, what's up, man? How are you? There's Derek Rogers.
Holy crap, man. Derek Rogers in the flesh.
What's going on, fellas? How we doing?
Buddy, I heard a story yesterday. I got to confirm this is true, man. I heard Joe say that Derek Rogers was 6'8" tall. Is that right?
That is true. That is true.
Holy Oh, man, congratulations to you.
Yep. So how are we doing today? Thank you for letting me come out. I just got 2 quick questions. Our first one is, are we developing a funnel so we can offer the Traffic Academy directly? And my second one is, for the calls that we do on Friday, are we going to set up a sizzle line for the calls that we do on Friday? Those are my only 2.
I'm writing notes down. So Gigi, I love that call sizzle line.
That was actually, you've asked me that before, Derek. My bad. I will get you, I'm going to post it up on 800 link, but I'll get an 800. It can't be an 800 number because otherwise I'll have to pay for everyone's call. But what the heck? we'll get a toll number with that presentation so that you can just send people any day, 24 hours a day, to listen to the presentation on a quick sizzle call. You've asked me that before. I told you I was going to do it before. My bad.
It's okay. I know you're busy, Joe. You're a busy man.
Yeah, busy staying cool. It's 118 degrees at my house right now.
Well, that's why I'm out here by the pool, because it's a gorgeous day. So I figured instead of staying inside, I'd come out and hang out by the pool.
You know, this other question, though, we've talked in the past about developing a sales funnel strictly for the Traffic Academy.
Right.
Because it's such a strong component. For those of you who don't know what the Traffic Academy is, that's where you have some of the best and the brightest are willing to teach you and show you exactly what you have to do to have massive results. And that in itself is worth a tremendous amount of money. What are your thoughts about leading with the Academy, Doug?
I love the idea, first of all. I don't necessarily know if it will turn into the lead, okay? But we could easily spin that into a really cool upsell. I don't know. We're going to brainstorm after we get this call done here. And the cool part about what we're doing here also with you guys is we're also finding out what you guys really are hungry for too. So I love that feedback. If you don't have a question in your mind about how something really works, you know, well, what Derek just brought to the table is just exceptionally added value information for us to take this thing to the next level. We all just got off of an hour call here. Joe will tell you it's a development call that we were just on. And this is the kind of information we really need to bring back in here to the house and talk about. Derek, we've talked about this one thing, this funnel, Academy funnel, for a very long time, and timing is right for it. So thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I just appreciate being a part of the community. You guys have put together an awesome company, an awesome product, and I'm humbled to be a part of Traffic Authority. So I really appreciate everything you guys do.
Thank you very much. Derek, I'm going to bring you back into the viewer role. So we're going to be dropping you off the screen, but you look great, man. You look great.
Hey, I got my shirt on. You notice I got a shirt on.
And you're by the pool. That's awesome. All right. Anybody who has a question, there's a couple more people in the queue here who do have their hands raised. It's the unstoppable nanas, I think is what they refer to themselves as. We'll start with you, Dale Ann. I'm going to bring you up onto the panel. Bring your question for Greg or Doug or anybody else. And there she is, Dale Ann. Come on out. I'm going to unmute you.
Woo! I was just talking to Dale Ann this morning, man. It was awesome.
I know. Thank you, Doug, for calling. You know, not all founders of a company take the time to connect with their teams. So I appreciate the phone call. I really do. I had a quick question about the account, our contest. How do we get the 2x awards?
Double points.
Hey, I'm going to let Gigi handle that one because he was actually the guy that burped that idea out on a little brainstorming session he and I were having. And that was just beautiful. It really was. Greg, buddy, give us the old Finding Waldo concept here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. I was just going to say, yeah, it's interesting. One last thing for Derek. If we ever have a pickup basketball game, Derek's definitely on my team. I just wanted to add that.
What is this my team stuff? He's on our team.
And then for the question for the double points, which is a great question. I've been getting a few Skypes on that. It actually, the way that it works, you guys can earn your daily points for doing your activities. And then what happens is the little 2x icon, it moves around inside your contest pages, and it can be any of the 4 pages from that home page you go to any of the pages that go back to the 3 tabs. So you got to kind of find the little ×2 icon, and you got to click it that day to double your points for that day. So as an example, if you go out and you buy a diamond package, by all means, make sure you click it that day, because your 800 points are going to double to, what is 800 times 2? Oh, it's going to be 1,600 points. But that's how it works. So it's every day, and then you can watch your points accumulate, you know, through the contest point system.
But you know what I think is happening, Dale Ann? I think it's one of those computer things where you go to click on it and it moves. Okay,
Exactly.
It's the mouse. It's going to be like it's going to be 1 inch ahead of your mouse, no matter how fast you move.
You got to catch it.
Right.
You got to catch it.
Oh, well,
Anything
it's
else,
really nice to
Dale
be
Ann?
out here and seeing everybody and connecting. It's awesome. Thank you for doing this. This is really great. Thanks.
All right, well, here's what we're going to do. Remember, we're going to do this every single Wednesday. We're going to do it every Wednesday. So make sure that you're using this as a tool. You know, if you're really aggressively marketing your business, you're connecting with people, you have to offer value, right? When you send an email, let them know
Yes.
that they can come on Wednesday afternoons at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's always going to be the same link, trafficweblive.net, and they can just come and hang out and see what goes on. And that, you know, one guy's in Tallahassee, a guy's in Georgia, you're in California, I'm in Scottsdale. It's pretty cool, right? We come together as a family, and this is a great opportunity to market and demonstrate what kind of a family we truly have here. Use this tool, okay, Dale Ann?
I will.
I know that you
Thank
will.
you.
All right, I'm going to drop you off you're going to still be on the webinar, but I'm going to drop you off the panel here. We got a couple more people.
Hi, Dale Ann.
See you, Dale Ann.
Joe.
Yes.
Mark Goldenberg actually made a comment over there as it related to what Derek Rogers was talking about the Academy funnel. He said, just make a link and we can create our own capture page in the builder. So I didn't want to let that not go unrecognized.
You know, this guy, Mark Goldenberg, you know, we've had him a couple times. He's always on the radio show because he's always grabbing points. I'll say something on the radio show and suddenly on Facebook there's some weird graphic that he comes up with. I don't know if, remember, I don't know if you know, I took a spill a couple of weeks ago and I landed on my hand and my hand was swollen. And I was on the radio show going, man, my hand is, wow, it's swollen. You can see it. And then I says, it looks like a Mickey Mouse hand. And the next thing you know, Mark Goldenberg had a picture of me on Facebook with Mickey Mouse. He photoshopped Mickey Mouse. It was hilarious. Mark is really clever. Good idea, Mark. You should come out and train on that. Mark has got some stuff he has done as far as training. Let's bring a newbie Nana, Karen Kruger,
Ooh.
panelist, see what you're thinking today. Here she comes. Boom, there you are. Hey, look at that. There's a smiling face. You're
wow, there's Karen. I love it. Joe, this is a great idea, first of all, because we get to see everybody, right?
This is awesome.
And I definitely have my shirt on.
Oh, thank you for that.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
Well, thank you.
I have 2 things. I have a question and then I have suggestion. And by the way, I like this format too. I wish we would do this more often with and for each other, and even for training. Those, you know, would help develop leadership. But my suggestion is to make the contest, start making the contest harder for those of us. I'm guilty because you know I haven't done my testimonials on time, to get out of our comfort zone. Like more videos, some kind of points for calling people, get, you know, follow up, or anything that isn't in there that you would like us to see us do. Start throwing a couple of those things in a contest, because that's my suggestion. My question is, where do you see us in a year? Like, you're sharing all the things you're working on and developing, but we want to develop too. So where do you see us as leaders in traffic authority 1 year from now? What do you want us to be accomplishing? Because I want to set more goals for myself and I want to become more visible. I want to be as unstoppable as my partner, and I don't have as many years left as all of you, so I got to really get moving.
Greg, you're the guy to answer this question. You know, Greg is, I want to say that he's such an inspiration to me, Greg, for real. He's like one of the great thought leaders that I've ever met. He's a brilliant marketer. And he sits kind of like silently, but when you can crack open the shell, he just oozes some stuff. And I know that you got some vision for this, right? I know you've been talking about, you know, where we can go as a people, as a community. So where do you see our people, Greg?
It's such a great question. You know, I really want to thank Karen for that, because it's exactly what we're focused on. And I'm going to just say this, there are really big things coming. And, you know, Doug was alluding to the fact that we were on a call previous to this, and for, you know, an hour. And we have some, you know, we have a new person that's coming on board as a trainer. But to answer the real question is, we're going to really work on skill development. You know, if anyone's listened to my trainings going all the way back to ILS, and in the beginning of Traffic Authority, you'd hear a lot of me talking about foundation and foundation series type things. You know, I'm a true believer that value is the main component in attracting income. So if people don't have the income they want today, you've got to add value. And our job as Corporate Traffic Authority is to help bring those tools and training and things that can help our members to add value. Therefore, it allows them to share that with the marketplace, and, you know, basically everyone improves as that happens. Now, of course, along with this, you know, we're always working on improving traffic quality. We're looking to do brand new concepts like the Guaranteed Buyer Program. I mean, we're always innovating, but this is a network marketing company at the end of the day. And this means that it's about relationships. It's about, you know, personal development. And we'll never get away from those things. Even though we're a technology company, we are really a people-first company. So to answer your question, a year from now, we're going to be bringing much greater value to the marketplace. And that's going to help Traffic Authority and our representatives to be creating a great deal more income. So we're really looking forward to that.
Yay.
Hey, how about you, Doug? You want to chime in on that? Because, you know, I can speak to that as well. And for you, Karen, you've shown so much consistency, and you've demonstrated a lot of leadership here. And I know that you take
thank you.
Action. You do, for real. And I know that you take the action, and that's why you're winning prizes all the time. I mean, your house is probably filled with computers.
You should see my dining room table. There's boxes. I haven't opened them on purpose because I want to do a video, but I'm not sure how to do it by myself, propping up something that might not even show my face. So I'm figuring, plus I'm always hopping in the car, running to get Ren or bringing him home, and a whole day's chopped up. But I will do it, because one day I want to be on stage, but I am nervous as a cat to get myself ready for that. So I'm really pushing, but not always consistently.
Well, you know what, Karen, I think that you're amazing. I'm telling you the truth. And I love, you're so transparent. You come out on the radio show, you'd say you're in your 60s, a former teacher, you're learning new stuff, you're up early in the morning, you're writing in your journal. I love the fact that you're taking the action steps that we're asking you to take. So on this side, what I think that Greg is what he's really focused on is creating more opportunity. So these actions that you take will really develop into some serious income. I know you make money, but we want you, all of us want to make some serious, like, big bucks, right? And I think that's what you're talking about. I
want to be able to give it away. Like that story I told this morning to in a vet's office and pay the person's bill in front of me. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that is really an amazing story that you shared with us this morning. So I think you just continue doing the thing, and you'll see so much stuff coming on board very, very quickly. I'm very excited. I can't reveal any details of the meeting that I was in a short while ago, but we're very excited. I'm excited to see some new talent, new set of eyes, new trainers who love what we're doing are going to be here. You're going to see it very, very soon. Doug, what say you?
You know, I'm going to just say this much. Karen, you said a ton in your segment here. and thank you. You know, Joe reminds me all the time how much people stretch themselves, right? You're doing something that you never thought you'd be doing. Well, in a year from now, right, here's our goal for all of you. In a year from now, you're going to be doing something you're not doing today. You're going to actually learn something that is going to take you guys and gals so far down the road because of the systems and the development we're putting in place.
Wow.
We would love to be able to share it all with you. It's a work in progress. Greg and I have freaking massive tons of vision and tens of thousands of hours we've put into this development here. When you guys see what's going to start at you a week from today, I'm sorry, a week from yesterday, right?
Wow.
That's all I'll say.
Okay.
The real excitement that you're going to feel is actually going to start a week from yesterday. And that's all I'm going to say for right now. If you are an academy trainer, prepare to be blown away this coming Tuesday night. Okay? I promise you. If you're not in the academy, make sure you show up because we're going to give that academy to everybody as we always do every month. Right, Joe? If you know everybody can come to the academy call on Tuesday, the Tuesday. I think. Wait, I may be wrong when I say this. We haven't locked this 100% down. If it's going to be Tuesday or Thursday of next week, but I guarantee the next academy will be next week. Okay.
And I promise you, I'll announce it on the radio.
We will, for sure. Absolutely.
And also, we get a lot of email movies.
You're going to announce that tomorrow, 100%. If it's going to be Tuesday or Thursday of next week, but it will happen. And then the real action that's going to lead to the next year of development that you're on, Karen, okay?
Okay.
It's going to start next week. And you'll appreciate what I'm saying next week as it relates to what we're doing here right now. But Greg will tell you, and so will Joe, we've all spent decades in this industry. It never happened overnight or in 5 minutes or by pushing a few microwave buttons, right? But it did happen by staying in the batter's box and swinging and showing up every single day. And that, I'm going to tell you, for everybody that's on this live Zoom and for all of you that are going to listen to this and you're listening to it in the future, just know you're doing the right things, okay? And we've got you guys and your backs every step of the way. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
My butterflies are having twins.
I love it.
Karen, I hate to drop you. I don't want to drop you, but
Oh,
on
no.
the platform, we've got some other people in the queue. It's good to see you. You look fantastic. There's Karen. We're going to bring somebody else up. Who do we got next? Ree Sutton, believe it or not.
Oh, Joe.
Nice.
I love this system. I got to tell you.
Here comes Ree Sutton.
Ree.
Where is she? Ree. There she is. Oh, that's just a still image. Ree, turn your camera on.
And volume.
Hello.
There she is.
Hello. Woo!
Oh, I'm so glad to see all of y'all, and I think this is an absolutely great forum.
Epic.
Not expecting anything less than this. Where do I begin?
I just want you to say, I don't want to say,
Pre-launch.
I want to just say one quick thing, and that is Ree, just what you just said right there, you just wait until we're all at the same table together. Okay.
Well, I'm telling you what, you know, Doug, every one of you know where I've come from since I joined on the day of pre-launch for Traffic Authority.
Yep.
It took me all day long to do that one video, and then Vince said, "You got to do it again." And it was horrible. I mean, it literally took me all day long to do one video. So, I mean, it was crazy. Now I'm doing Zoom, so I love it. But it all started I guess it all started when I was in a company that went defunct. And I knew that it was a better way. It was an MLM company, and I knew that it really was a better way, but I also knew that the education part of it was the worst part, because people were, when they got into it, they were not taught how to do it. And coming in at 60 years old and never having done it before, just go sign people up. No, that's not what it is. It's exactly what Greg said. It is building relationships with people. And if you're not helping them do what they're supposed to do, if you're not helping them get what they need, you're not touching what we need to be doing here. This is helping each other. Taking the leap of faith and following Vince and coming into this thing was probably one of the craziest things, personally, I feel like I've ever done. I was in a business, president of a business, $75 million sales a year. And it was a family business, and I'm not getting into all of that, but the bottom line was, I find myself at 56 years old, and I have worked all my life, and I am in another place. And I got into the health thing because I wanted to take it personally for my health, not to be in a business. And then I got in there, and then I got into the competitive part of RE. And I'm very competitive. I was always taught that you play to win. You might have to accept defeat, but you play to win. So anyway, I kept trying to delve into how you win. And I took the leap of faith and followed Vincent in here. And this is where it began. And I want to give my absolute thanks to all of y'all for making this forum possible, because, and Chad too. This has been an amazing trip. I am doing tons of things that I wasn't doing in August of 2015, whenever we started.
15.
I am into many different things. But the thing that I love about this community is the fact that we're all here together and we are all sharing to help each other. And there's a core group that has stayed together, and they continue to put whatever they do every day. The contest makes it so much easier. But what I would like to suggest, I love the contest because it is making me do, in everything that I do, not even businesses, but my whole life, one step at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. What do you do? Focus on where you're going. Focus on the positive. Leave out all the negative. Focus on the positive. I've learned that through the Traffic Academy. And I just want to suggest that, you are going to die when I tell you. I want to suggest that we get a group from our community to sit in on a Zoom call and help y'all with some of the rules for the contest that I see that we can do, that we can help people better. And I've got some ideas, and I don't want to just throw them out there, but I really, if you ever consider doing that, now that we've got a Zoom forum that we can do it and have a group meeting, I think it would be very advantageous to everybody in the group, the people that are in it now and the people that are coming into it. And I want to say I am so excited about seeing the new people in the contest. I pay attention to that every month. And we're getting so many new people into this. And I just want them to have a wonderful experience like I have. And I want to tell all of you, Joe, you made reference to the fact that we didn't do our videos. I do a video on my wall every month with my prizes that I win. And I always reference Traffic Authority. And I just want y'all to know that it never goes unnoticed. I try to say thank you, but I do put it on my wall. And if you go back and look, you'll see that. I truly appreciate it. But what I really appreciate is the fact that it got me into doing this. And I love y'all. I love the community. I love the forum. And I absolutely love some of our Traffic Academy teachers. Some of them don't hold a lot of interest to me, but a lot of them hold a lot of interest, and I've watched them many times, and I recommend them to people that I know that are in here. With that, I'm gonna hush and say namaste.
Thank you very much, Ree. I appreciate you coming out here every single day. You're such a regular contributor. You're kind of like an anchor. We rely on you. When Ree's not there, it's like, uh-oh, is there something not right with the world? Because Ree, for something's going on, grandkids' life is going on. But I really appreciate your contributions. I know that you show up every day. I'm confident that you are posting on Facebook all of the prizes that you have won. And I love your idea to give some feedback. You know, one of the things that we will be doing as we enter into this new phase of Traffic Authority, I think, Greg, you mentioned this kind of like 2.0. You know, we're really going to go through, see what we're doing and refine it and get better. And one of the things that you have my word is we will assemble a leadership council of people who we will meet with on a monthly basis or as needed. And those are the voices, okay? People who are really active and involved, and you're in other programs, so you're getting some other feedback. We will seat that council just to have a general discussion, see what's going on out there in the field. What are you hearing? What are you seeing? And the recommendations for like the contest. I think it's a great idea. You have my word that we'll pull that together.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ree is awesome. And I don't want to hurt you now, Ree, but I'm going to have to drop you here. I'll see you. And I'm going to bring up, I think Gary's next to come out here. Okay, there we go. Bye-bye, Ree. There goes Ree. She's off the panel now. All right, here we go. I'm going to bring you up. And somewhere in the world is Doug Wellens. I'm not, you know, he fell away. He fell off it. So here we got a guy named Gary. I'm not sure if this is my man, Gary. We're going to promote you to webinar panelist. Gary, you're next. Here he is. Boom. Where are you, Gary? Where's Gary? Wow. He could be here. Maybe he hung up. Sometimes people, when it's their turn. Gary, so let's do this. Let's bring up Mark. Mark Goldenberg, you're coming up. There he is. Mark, how are you?
You know, Rito said last December, I can't hide anymore. I got to get myself out of there. So.
Mark, I love what you do. You know, you are like one of the most clever guys I've ever come across. I know the promotion that you do for Traffic Authority. It's all very well done. You're amazing, dude. Do you have a question or a comment for Greg? And Doug will be here.
First, I just want to thank you. I didn't have a chance to call yesterday, so I want to thank you for my newest gift that I got. And there's Gary. Basically, my own little, you know, I face my obstacles. I am trying to be persistent every day. I do deal with a handicap, and I'm fighting it. There are days that it's really hard for me to even get up and do anything, but I fight through it. And my own little thing is, when I do buy a traffic package, I just worry sometimes that when I go check the stats, that people don't even open up the email on the first email. And I just, you know, I got to live with it. I know it's a procedure that I got to learn to continue and learn from, but I just wondering about that.
I can talk about that. In fact, Gary, interesting enough, I mean, you'd think when we send out emails to our members, you know, people paying from $47 to, you know, literally $194 a month, you think they'd open the emails, but it is just a fact of life. And I can tell you from doing, you know, I'm starting my 23rd year of email promotion. It's just a fact of life. You really cannot worry about the emails that are not opened. You've really got to focus on the emails that are opened. And what you do is you track your results. Basically, always track results and look for improving results. Look for, you know, obviously tracking subject lines and things like that, which is critical. But as far as, you know, worrying about the ones that do not open, whether they're brand new or whether they've been on your list for, you know, months or years, that really, you know, I can just tell you from someone who has been responsible for sending millions and millions of emails. It's just a fact that we've got to deal with. It's like leaving a message on a voicemail that people don't respond to. It's just an odd thing. It does happen. but concentrate on the ones who do. Try to deliver value to those people, and then watch your stats so you know what works on the next email you send, and you'll find your results improving over time.
Okay. No, other than that, I went to a webinar last night. It was a three and a half hour webinar on how to build a course from the beginning to the end. And so I know I attempted to create my course from last January, so now I have a little bit better approach to it. So I'm going to try to continue that and maybe one day be part of the academy.
And what was that course about? You're going to be working specifically with...
It's going to be Starter's Guide to Online Business. To explain what traffic is, to explain some of my little tools that I show how to create an ad. Some of the, by using Canva and using different tools like Buffer, and how to mask the link. Stuff like that.
Looking forward to that, Mark. I know that you've been working on that, and I know that you've been doing some team meetings. I know that you've done that
Nice.
to get points. And I don't know if you know that, Greg, but Mark Goldenberg, he has stepped out. He's been doing some things in his own world, conducting webinars for people who are coming on board and getting started, because he has a lot of experience. You've been here since the beginning, Mark.
And I even today I posted. I even opened up a new focus group Facebook webpage. Haven't got anybody to get in there yet, but it's going to be to give me more advice, basically, and what people would want to know when they join internet marketing, not just ours, but any marketing. And based on that, I'll do my video on that information.
Hey, Joe, I wanted to touch on one thing, too, that Gary and Reen, many of the people are touching on here. And it's going to be one of the things we're going to be talking about more going forward, how Traffic Authority supports, people that, either are doing affiliate marketing or other programs. And I know that Joe talks a lot about this on the calls, but I mean, that is such a critical piece here. I think some of the trainings you're going to see come, very soon are going to talk about, how we can approach people in other network marketing or affiliate opportunities and really talk about how we can get them, free traffic, free training, free tools with our, very simple leverage compensation plan here. The truth is, if you have 2 members on your team who are on the same level as you, and they each bring on 2 team members, all of the things that you buy are free, providing you guys are all doing the same things. I mean, but just think about the power of that. Literally buy 1, sell 2, help those 2 team members do the same thing, and you get quality traffic for free, you get your tools for free, you get your training for free. Nowhere else in the world can you get any of those things that way. And that's what we're meant to do. I know sometimes we focus on selling Traffic Authority, and it's easy to do because it gets exciting, but we are here to do that as well as, to support the other companies in our industry. So, Gary, it's great to hear, you talking about, building courses and doing other things. We want to support that and basically, become a part of, helping you to grow that, and other members. I mean, even train members on how to build their own courses. I mean, that kind of stuff, you're adding value and you're sharing that value. Income will follow that. So that's what it's all about, from my opinion. So thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark. Mark, I'm going to drop you. So,
Yep, Gary's been waiting.
yeah, he is.
Oh, there's Gary and Doug.
Hey, Mark, I'm dropping you. Don't hit the floor too hard. There goes Mark. See you, Mark.
Thank you.
All right. Gary, how you doing? Check your signal. Like, we can't hear you. Gary, you're unmuted here. I have you live, but is your computer on mute? Do you have a microphone there?
Oh no!
There. Was that you that said, "Oh no," Greg?
Yes.
Gary, I'm gonna promote Monica. I'm not gonna drop you off there. See if you can solve the problem on your end, because I have your mic open on this side of the platform.
Yeah, we can see you.
We can see you, but we can't hear you. But Monica is in the queue. Monica will be here in a second. There she is.
Nice.
Hello.
It's on the top of your head. Hey, Monica.
Hi. Nice to see everybody.
Good to see you.
Nice to see everybody. I'm a little delayed there. I want to say that I'm just really happy to be here. This is really cool. I get to talk to everybody, and this brings it to being such a personalized forum, and I think it's really great. And I'm glad to see that we're going to be able to do this more frequently. And I can't wait to hear what is going on in a week. The suspense is just building. So, a lot of the questions have already been asked. I was just in the back I've got some bucks that I can take part in. And is there any special tricks for me to do as far as I don't really have my funnels that I've picked or the URLs to pick to choose? Can I just set it up and go back and change the different sales funnels? Like go back and choose, like do a split funnel from Traffic Authority and then maybe another funnel that I have created?
I'm happy to answer that, Joe.
Sure, go ahead, Greg.
Okay.
The answer is absolutely, and I'll be happy to walk you through that. We have a rotator in the Traffic Optimizer section where you can very easily run an external funnel, one outside Traffic Authority, along with one inside Traffic Authority. All you would need to do is just create a tracking link in order to do that, and then you're good to go. As far as, I think one of the questions you were asking, and I get some questions on this, which I put in the email today, which is, how to use your bucks. Understand, I still open the great majority of traffic orders that come through, just because I like to see where people are sending their traffic to and make sure their links are working. And interestingly enough, I see orders that come through without bucks included. And, so I want to just let people know it's much easier to add your TA rewards to your orders than you guys think. But here's just two things. One is when you go to your Business Center back office, it shows you your total TA reward bucks you've earned to that point. As long as that number is over 0, then you simply go to your order page, and basically from there, you simply have to select a traffic package. A lot of times people look to go, well, how do I do that? Because they're on the order page and they don't see their bucks. You've got to pick a traffic package first. Once you do that, the coupon code appears on the page. If it's Traffic Authority you're ordering from, it's on the right-hand side. If it's Push Button Profits that you're ordering from your Push Button Profits back office, it's on the bottom of the order page. But again, once you pick the package, then you can select the dollars you want to use. And just real quickly, Joe, I'm going to throw out, there are 2 redemption options for Traffic Authority bucks. Number 1 is really the fastest option. If you're brand new, you don't have to wait to accumulate bucks. You can use any amount you get, 50 or 100, whatever amount you have. You can go and you can add it to any of the orders that you order from your Push Button Profit or your TA back office, and you're going to get a 50% value for those bucks immediately. If you do wait for them to accrue to at least 220 bucks, which doesn't take very long, I'm here to tell you, it's amazing how fast bucks are appearing in people's back offices, especially with the double bucks this month. But once you accumulate at least 220, you can actually go and you can go to this brand new thing that Carl's just created, which is called the store. It's the Buck Store, which when you're in your traffic ordering section, it's the very far right tab, and we'll have Carl do a video on this soon. But then you can basically, if you have 220 and you have basic chosen with those 220 bucks, it's going to be 100% the value of those dollars. So waiting for your bucks to accumulate a little bit, it's a good idea because you really get the maximum value. But again, when you do that from the store, that way, 220, it's doubled. You're really getting a bronze amount of traffic. You're getting bronze qualification also on that order. and you'll get bronze, amount of clicks, which is really, really critical. So that's the two differences. The number one, number two is, one's anytime you want, and then two is when you accumulate at least 220 or more, then you can use the 100% value.
Thank you. On the same, I have another question then. If I'm building up, not to diamond that yet, and do all my smaller packages go towards building to a higher level, or do I have to buy a certain package and then wait and then jump up to the next level?
I love that question, but I don't want to hog the
Okay,
microphone. Do you want to take that one, or anyone else? I mean, everyone knows I love the qualification bank. I mean, this was such a great idea when we thought of it originally. But like I say, Doug, you want to take it, or you want me to take it?
You're doing good, buddy. I know how much you love to talk about this. Go ahead.
So the qualification bank is like near and dear to my heart, Doug. Thank you very much. I really do, because the whole point of this was, and I have been in network marketing for more than 30 years, and I've actually been to where it was very hard to get started at the top position. So when we created Traffic Authority, we wanted to make sure, that anyone could reach top qualification, whether it was basically from your own multiple purchase of smaller packages, or even, from travel packages that were purchased from your team that you weren't qualified to earn on. You didn't get the commissions for those, but you did get points in your qualification bank. So very, very simply, the answer is absolutely. Every traffic order you personally make adds to your qualification bank, and you can find that qualification bank again on the home of your business center, and it's right there on the right-hand side, down the page a little ways. And following that qualification bank is mission critical. And I know this is such a great question, because so many people have this question, Monica, and they don't ask it, and it's not that it's complicated, it's just that it's not necessarily intuitive. So I'm so glad you asked it. And, the way that it works is, you literally, for every package you buy, you get dollar for dollar value in your qualification bank. And so it adds up quickly. For commissions that bypass you, you get 1/3 the value of those. So, if someone purchases, a diamond package below you, you're only basic qualified. The truth is you're not going to get that commission, but that one order is going to take you up above platinum. So it's very, very important to understand, that we've built this so no matter where you start, you're moving your way up. And the other important things, once in a while we get people saying, why don't I get a part of that commission or this or the other? This is the important thing to consider. You are earning qualification dollars. The other thing is, though, that person buying the diamond, even if you don't get the commission, think about the team they're building underneath you. You are getting paid on their optimizers, on their traffic academies, if you're traffic academy as well, and the smaller packages, that their teams are buying that pay, that person on your team, and it also pays you either 50-50 or 80-20. So, you have to have a little bit, sometimes you have to be a big thinker to understand that, even if you have some commissions that hop over you, you're getting qualification dollars in your qualification bank, and your team is being built. You should be thankful for anyone that's able to come in and buy the larger packages, and because it helps them and it helps you. So I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. Yes. Great.
Thank you, Monica. I hate to drop you right now. Don't want to bruise you.
Monica.
Thanks, Monica.
Nice to see you all.
We'll see you next week. We'll be back. All right.
Gary.
Gary, can we hear you yet? I can't hear Gary.
Gary, why don't you just hold up a piece of paper? When you have a response, you just hold up the paper.
Your microphone is shut off on your computer.
Yeah, I will say this was interesting, you guys. Just when I actually signed on, I couldn't hear anyone. And so I moved web browsers thinking that would solve the problem. But it wasn't that, actually. I had to go and change the speaker configuration. When you first log into this Zoom, there's a setting button on the left-hand side, and you can go down and hit some drop-downs. So there were only two options on my computer. One that should have worked, but didn't. And then there was one other one I never heard of. It just said generic speakers. I clicked on that one, and all of a sudden I could hear Joe. So there may be an option, Gary, that you can pull when it first comes up, and just look to see if your audio, has a drop-down box where you choose another microphone.
Gary, are you using an external microphone or an internal in your box? One for internal, two for, oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
I got the same thing, right? You won it from us, most likely. There you go. So, like Greg said, there's an option in here, maybe even in your control panel. Go to your control panel and just select that Yeti mic, and you got one red light on that Yeti mic right now that's not blinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's weird. I just heard him.
I just heard you, Gary.
You guys can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, it's about time.
Just come really close to the microphone.
Turn him up, Joe.
Okay, here's a concept I had for you that I saw this with another company I was with before I joined you guys, and they were a health and wellness program. Well, what they had was they had a whiteboard presentation, and the person, my mentor that brought me in, he would get on the phone with me and the person I invited, and he would walk us through this whiteboard presentation, eventually to the point where I could take over and I could start doing those presentations myself. So it was live. So if anybody had any questions, it wasn't like what we have now. We have the presentations, but people can't ask their questions. They have to get back to the person that invited them later. The concept that I saw was they had the whiteboard with me and my mentor there. The mentor can he can answer any questions the person might have at that particular time. And they can schedule these presentations anytime they wanted during the day. They had theirs at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon because he was out of Sacramento, he worked out of Sacramento. So he was scheduling presentations every day at 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Wow. He'd be available to do a presentation live. It would take about 30 to 40 minutes to do the presentation. It was just a concept I had that, we did a PowerPoint presentation that everybody could have access to.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We lost you again, Gary.
But we heard the question and the idea.
Yeah, we did hear the question. Anybody want to go first before I say something?
Go ahead, Doug.
I don't know, Gary, and maybe you can't tell us, but I don't know when that, concept was developed, and I'm not sure what kind of product or service was behind that concept. I can tell you the one thing that I know about this industry is whatever we do, whatever you ever get involved in, make sure it's duplicatable and make sure it's scalable. And I'm right now just sitting here listening to that idea, although it has merit, and maybe we can figure it out in a different way. I'm not necessarily sure that we can get people up to speed fast enough to develop that type of a presentation where we've got these tools inside of the systems here, these funnels that are supposed to do all the selling, telling, and explaining. With that said, we can easily create some back-end three-way. Let's say you've got a hot prospect and you need some questions addressed and answered. Well, you call Greg up and say, Greg, I got Joe. Joe's the second coming to, the next sales genius out there. Can you answer his questions for me? And you turn it over to Greg or to Joe, and you turn it over to Greg, and Greg takes care of all the questions on your behalf. That's something we've done for a long time. But to train somebody to do a whiteboard presentation like you're talking about, although it has incredible merit on a scaling and duplicating model, I'm a little challenged by believing that that would be the right thing for everybody to be involved in. Greg, I know you got to say something here too, buddy.
I love this because, Gary, we were literally just talking about this on a call yesterday. So just to let you know, it's certainly not an off-the-wall idea, and it's a darn good one. Here's the only thing I would add to it, because one of the things that Doug's talking about is making the presentation not the easiest thing on the planet, but what may be a very good idea is actually getting a webinar or an evergreen presentation that you could present to them with you there. And that way, you know that, I mean, because I'm not really worried about you giving that presentation, Gary, because you've been with us, you know everything up and down. But that brand new person, think about how frightened they might be by going, holy moly, tomorrow I've got to go do this. I don't know what Gary's done. He's been here for 2 years and he's got a ton of experience. But if you have an evergreen presentation doing that presentation for you, you both get a great presentation, and that prospect's going, I can do that today. And that's the beautiful thing about systems. And I think that's what Doug was saying, rely on the systems, and that way experienced and brand new people alike can use it very beneficially. But I love the idea of being able to get off into a very private setting where you're doing it one-on-one. I think that would, to me, in fact, not to steal any thunder coming next Tuesday, next Thursday, but we're going to talk about something that's not necessarily your traditional, buy a traffic package and, go to town. The truth is, some people start in different places. They're not ready to buy traffic immediately. Something like this with having, a evergreen webinar where you could walk next door and present that, you could be making sales and they could be helping you get to the position where you could be buying traffic and still building a team. And we're going to be talking a lot about that on Tuesday or Thursday. So I actually love that idea a lot. And I mean, we need to think about some way of making that happen soon.
There's a couple ideas that we can discuss. We can work around that. I think we have some resources right now. We'll talk about it later. Anybody else though? Thank you very much. Are you done, Gary? You got any other questions or comments?
Thanks, Gary. You're welcome.
I'm glad his microphone came on for those 5 minutes.
Right, exactly.
All right, Gary, I'm going to drop you off you stick around. I'm going to just drop you off the bridge here. There he goes. Gary's gone. Bye, Gary. All right, I don't think I see anybody else with their hands in the air. I do see some people who have arrived late. Carissa seems like somebody who I've just seen sign in here. Hello, Carissa. Monica, thank you. Perry is here. Ronnie, we've got some brand new people who just showed up. What we're doing, in case you just arrived, if you have a question or a comment about what's happening here with Push Button or with Traffic Authority, we've got some really cool things that we've introduced. The Bonus Bucks program, and that's what we're doing here today, is answering any questions. So if anybody has a question or a comment, now is the time for you to press one on, or just raise your hand and we can bring you out here and you'll have an opportunity to come on out and meet everybody. In the meantime, guys, it looks like we've been here for 57 minutes.
Holy smokes.
It's been a pretty productive hour.
That was fast.
Wow, that went by fast, Joe.
And I'm sorry I got kicked off, man. Right when Ree was talking too, Greg, I hope you and Joe took some good notes because, and I apologize. I don't know what happened here, but I just went dead. Technology, right?
Yeah. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Well, it's 5 o'clock, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning on the radio show. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. as we are every single Monday through Friday. We do have a Traffic Academy expert coming up that will either be Tuesday or Thursday. And then next Thursday, we're going to be back here. Okay, you can count on this. We may have some special guests. We've got some other trainers. Maybe we'll get to see, who knows, Carl or Chad or one of the other people. I know we've got some others working in Tallahassee, and we want them to get to meet everybody. Emily, so we'll have special guests as we move forward. But in the meantime, for those of you who if you want to share this, this will be rendered and posted up at the same link at trafficweblive.net. We'll have this recording available. It'll take about 30 minutes. And anything else, Greg or Doug? It's great to see you guys. Greg, I haven't seen you in so long. You're looking buff. You're looking like you're in the game for sure.
Well, I miss seeing him. I mean, people don't know, but Joe and I used to work out of my home office together. It was the bomb. That was so much fun, but now I'm in Tallahassee. All I was going to add, it's one thing I forgot to talk about on Monica's question, is that we have the double stair-step bonus going right now, which basically means for people that are not qualified up to Diamond yet, just understand, when you're buying traffic packages at levels that you're not qualified at yet, you're going to get 2 additional steps in additional commission qualification. So that double stair-step bonus only running for a short time. And Monica, if you want to increase your, commission qualification, a double stair-step is a killer way to do it. So I just wanted to add that, Joe.
Excellent. And don't forget, we have a contest. We're going to be giving away a prize tomorrow. The contest runs through the month of June. So we'll be back in the morning. We'll see you on Tuesdays. We'll see you on Thursdays. Greg, Doug, you guys are awesome. It is so much fun to be doing this again. It's been such a long time. We're going to do this every single week.
Great job, man.
Thanks.
Bye for
Thanks,
now,
guys.
everybody.
Bye,
Have a good
everybody.